Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be going over some fishing baits that we had been doing. We are gonna fish in the springtime at Paris Landing. We have a tournament coming up there, and I'm gonna give you all some tips and tricks up there. Paris Landing, Kentucky Lake, same thing. So yeah, let's get into it. So it is March here, and well, it's March. About March. Weather's kind of been warm and then cold. This guy cold front came in, so that could affect the fish a little bit, but it should warm back up by next weekend. So on Paris Landing, we're gonna try to find some Paris Landing, Kentucky Lake, same thing, but we're gonna try to find some grass and docks and everything that has some fish on them. So the first bait in spring anyways, is a chatterbait. This is just a plain white chatterbait with a swim bait on the back of it as a trailer. So when I fish a chatterbait around I fish it around grass and rocks, and sometimes you can see that's beat up. But honestly, a chatterbait in springtime is gonna catch fish. So you can probably fish it anywhere, but I like to fish it around docks and grass. I like to root through grass, and I'll sometimes fish around rocks. But the only thing about fishing on rocks is you're probably gonna get hung up a lot, and there's a lot of other baits that you can fish around rocks and catch probably more fish. But all in all, a chatterbait is a really good bait, and I like throwing, if it's stain water, I'll throw either a red, like crawdad color chatterbait, or I'll throw this white one. Clear water, I'll throw this white one, or yeah, just that white one, or a white and chartreuse one. But anytime in the spring, pre-spawn, is anything shad will probably catch fish. But so yeah, we'll get back into the next bait. Oh, and about the chatterbait, I like to throw it on a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod. This is a Lew's Hank Parker series Beachable rod, and this is the Red Mock Smash. It is a 7.5-to-1 gear ratio, so a little bit faster. And I just like 7-foot rod because I can flip with it. And yeah, I basically do anything with 7-foot rod. And I like this with grass. And I just like how the rod feels and the reel. I really like the reel. And so yeah, I'm just gonna try to show what I throw it on. Maybe not y'all, but yeah. So the next lure is a lipless crankbait. This shad color or red crawl color, because anything shad or crawl color is really good in the spring. So this is my confidence bait in the spring or in fall too. But I'll throw this around rocks, grass, on points, flats, honestly anywhere. In between boat docks. I won't throw these up in boat docks, but like on the outside, like of the marinas and boat docks and stuff. Where's sometimes shad, and like on the corners of boat docks, I'll throw this up there, and probably we'll sometimes get a few bites on this. This is just a Strike King Red Eye Shad, and I've got this on 15-pound fluorocarbon, and on a 7-to-5-to-1 gear ratio, and a 7.3 rod. That's just what I throw this on, and you can probably throw this on anything, but This is a big fish catcher in the spring. You get a lot of bites though in this. Just like you can throw this, you can cover a lot of water. You can throw it, just reel it straight back, or you can yo-yo it, and that's when you'll pick up the rod and you'll let it sink to the bottom, and it'll like kind of like you're fishing a Texas rig. And let's kind of pull it up and down, let it sink back to the bottom. And a lot of times when you pull it off the bottom, or it's floating back down to the bottom, that bass will bite. And so yeah, we'll get into the next one. So the next bait I'm going to throw is a spook. This is a Strike King spook. I forgot the name of it, but yeah. I fish this on the out of grass mat, like on the edge of grass mats, rock banks, flats, on points, anywhere there's schooling fish, or if they're schooling fish and they're not biting this, I'll pick back up that red-eye shad or that chatterbait and I'll throw out there, and I'll usually catch a couple. But this spook, it catches fish, but a whopper plopper that about made it over the spook. But in springtime I like to throw a spook better. All in all, a great lure. It's yeah, I don't really know how to explain it, but so we'll get into the next one, and I'll fish this kind of anywhere, just not in docks or anything. But I've caught a lot of fish fishing on the outside of a grass flat or anywhere where there's grass. Not surface, like you can fish it above the grass, like if the grass is unsubmerged. Well, if early morning, really cloudy mornings, I'll throw this, and I'll catch some fish doing that, and we'll get into the next one. The next lure is a spinnerbait. This is a Googan Squad spinnerbait. White is mainly a color that I fish, or white and chartreuse. A little crawl on the back of here. That's my trailer. White crawl. I'll fish this on the edge of grass mats, around docks, rocks. There's a lot of places you can fish these. It catches a lot of fish. It's up there with the spook and the chatterbait. But I throw the chatterbait over a spinnerbait just because the chatterbait's a little more subtle and finesse than a spinnerbait is. But I have thrown up on a couple of beds with a spinnerbait and caught a couple off of beds. That's but like with the fish being pre-spawn and looking for stuff to eat before they go spawn and before they move up like really, really shallow, they'll be at mouths of creeks. I'll throw this at mouths of creeks. And honestly, anywhere where you see schools of shad, this is a perfect mimic of a shad. This crawl is a zoom. No, it's not. Honestly, I don't know what the crawl is, but any kind of crawl or white or swim bait, just match the color, but it gives off a lot of action. And I have caught some smallmouth on these at like Pickwick and stuff. I've caught some smallmouth on points, so if you're on smallmouth bite, spinnerbaits are good to fish for smallmouth. But largemouth and spots, they just they love spinnerbaits. And on edge of grass mats, I've caught a lot of spotted bass and largemouth on the edge of grass mats with these. That's what I mainly fish these on, is on the edge of grass mats. And I've caught a lot of fish doing that. One particular, I caught like a 3-pounder at Pickwick doing that. And we placed like 5th in that tournament with that was the 3-pounder being our biggest fish. But all in all, a great lure. I've got this on 12-pound fluorocarbon, I think. 6-to-4-to-1 gear ratio reel, loose reel, and a 7-foot medium heavy rod. But yeah, we'll get into the next one. Sorry, but the next lure is a square bill crankbait. You can bang this off logs, really anything. I'll fish this around anything. This is not grass because it's got the bill and grass will get into it. But this dives 3 to 6 foot. It's a Goon Squad square bill. It's really good lure. I've caught multiple fish on this that bait during the springtime. A couple in particular was at Perryville. We got on this one spot. It was like the mouth of a creek. Didn't practice on it. Didn't even know it was there. But we were coming out of one of our spots, and I said, well, let's just stop here. And I thought there and catch one. It was short, but I caught multiple fish. I caught 2 keepers off of that. And we placed like 15th in that tournament. But I like throwing this around rocks. Just banging off rocks. Like when it hits a rock, it bangs off of it and kind of sits there for a minute. And a lot of times when it hits that rock and does that, the fish will just come over and eat it. It's a lot of reaction baits. I like to fish in the spring. Just to get that reaction strike on a fish. So, yep, we got one more lure after this one. And there's a square bill crankbait. I've got it on a 7-3-to-1 gear ratio reel and a 7-foot loose rod. 15-pound fluorocarbon. And, yep, we'll get into the next one. So the next one is a jerk bait. This is a little deeper diver jerk bait. I like to fish this on rock points, which they have a lot of at Kentucky Lake. That's another spot we're gonna fish at Kentucky Lake. There's a lot of rock points. This one in particular, I like to fish in like 12 foot of water. I got a shallow one tied on, but I don't really fish a shallow jerkbait any. I like to fish this particular jerkbait. It's got a lot of rattle to it, and it just looks like a winded bait fish, winded shad bait fish. Go into the water when you jerk it. So that's the way to look at it. And yep, I hope y'all guys learned a lot in this video and helped y'all catch a lot more fish. And I'll see y'all guys in the next one.